Magandang umaga. That means good morning in Tagalog. So I just wanted to have a quick chit chat. I haven't done this in a minute, and I'm actually working on sharing, parts of my journey again with my community because that's something that I've done for the longest, and I haven't done it in a while because of just life be life and yeah. So I've been called to share more. So I wanted to speak about something that literally just happened. So I am in a an entrepreneurship community called the Morning Meetup, powered by David Shands. And if you would like to join, let me know so I can send you the link. But basically, I love to participate. I love to interact in communities and things like that. Also, being in a room full of beings who have accomplished so much more than I have to date. A part of me stepping into my power is coming authentically as me. If you know me, you know I'm bubbly, you know I'm firm, you know I'm things, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I've been working on in this season is to not shrink myself because honestly, I've been building myself from the mud yet again. So, anyways, in the call, the question was, what's something that you recently did that you didn't think you could do? And I basically just wanted to share my hiking experience because it's not that I didn't think I could do it. I feel like I can do anything. It was just like I was not expecting that to be a 6 hour hike. So I shared that. And then he posed the question, what's something that you think you can do now? And I said, I don't think that I can't do anything, but right now it's really hard to find a job. And, I don't have money for a mentor, to help me to be the best businesswoman I can be. And it came off like I just said. And basically the whole talk turned into a mindset thing, which was needed. You know what I'm saying? But a part of me, and it could be, of course, my ego, but a part of it is also my programming. Because I know most of those people in that, and I'm going to cry. Yes, I am. But most of the people in that group aren't emotional like me or have mastered their emotions way more than I have in a sense of the perspective of business. And I'm grateful for the community because it's helping me take certain things with the chin because I know everyone means well and they have had a lot of experience. The little girl in me just wants to be like heard, and I wish that I could have spoke longer than I did because clearly I didn't articulate it exactly how I meant. So yeah, I said, I can't afford a mentor right now. And yes, mentors are free. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I have, my mentor for my fashion, but specifically I'm speaking about my business mentor and financial mentor and things, different areas. And it's like, how would I even explain or share with someone, this is what I mean. I understand where you're coming from. I agree wholeheartedly. I do believe in myself. I know mentors are free. In my head, I have a lot of mentors, you know what I'm saying? But with all the experiences I've had in life, there are some mentors that I literally wouldn't mind paying. You know, there's also, and I'm not trying to deflect or anything, I'm just speaking off of experiences, but a lot of people don't come through like they say they are. They're not consistent. They just talk a great game, or they like kind of look down on you. You know, it's like an authority ego thing with a lot of these humans. And I'm not blind to that. So my circumstances will never make me blind to the bullshit. You feel me? But anyways, what I'm saying is I'm the type, like if I got it, I'm gonna pay for it. And there are mentors that I have reached out to, have spoken with, and you know, you gotta pay people what they're worth. I'm not saying that I have to wait for that. I'm not saying that God can't bless me because God has blessed me. I really, really has. So really going back to the mind thing, it really just hits me like I just wanted to cry so badly. And a part of me wanted to cry even more because I also wanted to explain like, look, I didn't mean it like that. I agree with y'all. I'm big on the mind too. Although I'm big on the mind, I'm still a human and I've gone through things this past year that made me lose my mind. And I've been finding my mind again and it hasn't been the easiest. But I would want this to be a safe space to where, yeah, you could tell me about myself, but also hear me out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that no one did. It was just like, it was it wasn't embarrassing because I just don't get embarrassed easily, but it just really like hit me because it's like all this because I said that. And the man was saying he wasn't even like thinking to talk about that today. And then he and then he wrapped it up with me saying she says she can't find a mentor because she can't afford it. Like, damn, can y'all get off my ass? I did not. If you know me, you know that it I don't even know how to explain it, but I did write something down for reflection. I still don't know if I'm like articulating it the way that I I feel is best, but I just journal down, work on walking in these bigger rooms like I add value, being honest on my journey and still showing up like that woman. And I feel like the opportunities that I've had thus far these past couple of months, like I do show up like I belong, but I also want to show up as the authentic version of me. Like I don't want to, excuse me for saying like so much. I don't want to show up as if I have shit together because I'm here. I need help. But I also don't want to be judged or criticized or slandered for something I didn't articulate as well as I could have, or because of the perspectives to the things that I share, you know? And I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm just saying how I personally felt, which is my thing, and it's still valid. Okay. But yeah, my environment is typically alone. So it does feel like being stuck because being more alone rather than the abundant environments. Oh, I was kind of just scribbling. Okay. My environment is typically alone. So it does feel like being stuck because I'm more alone rather than being in the abundant environments. I am thankful for my mentor, though, who is my fashion mentor, and he also guides me on other things outside of fashion. So he's much appreciated. And I'm like, that's probably why I want to like spend a lot of time with him because I don't have a car right now. So I can't even go to the places and the events that I normally would. On top of the fact that I've made so many more connections in the past month. So now there are more things for me to go to. Like it's just hard and I'm not trying to have a pity party. Anyone who knows me knows I work through hyper independency. There's a lot of ish I work through. Like I can't even fit it into this video or this moment. But a part of this was just to share. Well, 100% of it was to share because I'm very big on being relatable and I never know who needs to hear what I'm saying. And like I said, I haven't been showing up like, the OG, Miss Let Me Nourish You, Deja Delina, Empress, whatever my other sobriquets are. does and would, and I've been feeling called to do it again, like share more of my journey and as it's happening, because that is my strength. So I wanted to start with this today. I guess I'm not gonna cry anymore because I really wanted to cry. So yeah, if anyone has any advice or suggestions on how to approach standing in the fact that I am her, and also remaining in my desire for help, because I'm always a student and a teacher. And I'm not even necessarily saying that I have to really change so much, but I will start to analyze and I start over analyzing. But time will tell. God is great and all is well. Use your mind, don't let it use you.